Hey everybody, BrickLover18 here today with another episode of Ask Brick. So if you're just tuning in here or you're new to the channel, Ask Brick is my Q&A show here on YouTube where you can ask me questions down in the comments below, and then of course I answer them here on video. Before we get started in this video, a lot of you are wondering about the new COPA laws and how everything like that, because my questions are asked down in the comments below. Well, as this video is not really about Lego, it's just about my opinions, my thoughts, my life, stuff like that, maybe the odd Lego question, but honestly, I don't actually normally show any Lego in the video. So to be quite honest, I'm saying these videos aren't for kids. These are going to be one of the only ones on my channel not marked for kids, and you'll still be able to leave comments down below. If anything does change, or if I decide that's not the way I'm going to do it anymore, I'm also starting to post all of my YouTube videos on Instagram TV and Facebook. So you'll be able to still comment and, share those videos with your friends as well. The videos that you can't comment on YouTube, unfortunately, I'm still going to post them here on YouTube because that's where I'd love you to watch them. But if you do maybe you want to make a comment or leave some feedback or something like that, head on over to Facebook or Instagram. In the time being, you can still comment on those videos there. So without any further ado, don't forget to check out these videos. You should be able to comment on them as well, but if you can't, Instagram and Facebook are the way to go. Alright, so now let's actually get into the questions that I have for this week's episode. Lots of cool questions here today, a lot of them from the same couple users, but they're pretty good questions, so let's hear them. The first one is from Lego David. So if your least favorite Lego theme is Bionicle, that means you like Gallagher and Jack Stone more than it. I'm going to keep this answer short and sweet. They all suck. Lego David also asked Brick, any thoughts on the Lego Bionicle Ideas project that recently got 10,000 supporters? So full disclosure, I have not seen the project that got 10,000 supporters. I haven't seen any pictures or videos of it. My opinions of Bionicle aside, I want to congratulate the creator of that project, the builder, who got that to 10,000 supporters. That's not an easy thing to do, and I wish them all the best. I really hope for their sake that their creation is turned into an official Lego set, because I think that would be really cool for any creator to be able to put their dream and see it on the shelves in Lego stores. So I wish them all the best. I'm obviously not going to wish against their project just because I don't like their theme that they chose to make it on. But congratulations to them. Best of luck in the review process. I probably won't be buying the set, but because I just don't like the theme. But still, congratulations to that builder. Castle of Brick said, "Do you ever wish you could go back and not have Lego in your life?" Absolutely not. I absolutely love having Lego in my life. Sure, I'd have a lot more money and free time and space. Anyway, but I really like Lego. Jokes aside, I really like Lego. Wouldn't want to go back and change anything. I think it's led some really great opportunities for me. It's really allowed me to bond with people in the community, my parents. It gives me something to talk about and something to do. I could get caught up in student politics and homework and all that stuff really easily, but this is my escape, and I wouldn't want to change that any other way. Brick Studio said, "How did you decide your Lego channel name?" So I think I've talked about this before, but it definitely wasn't complicated. Literally what I did was I wanted to call myself Brick Lover. Why? Because I knew Lego Lover was not allowed at the time, because you're not allowed Lego in any kind of external Lego thing. So I knew it couldn't be Lego Lover. That's what it was supposed to be. And then when I tried to register Brick Lover on YouTube, that was back in the time in 2012 where you could only have the same username once. So I couldn't have just Brick Lover because some random person already had it. So I added the 18 to the end of it because I was born on November 18th. So that's where Brick Lover 18 came from. Do I want to change it? Absolutely. I don't like the name. I think it's funny, but I just think it's so, 2012. Such a 12-year-old thing that I did was making that channel name. So if I could go back and change it or pick a different name, I fully would. But that's why Bricks Media has been added to the end, and I talked about that in last week's episode, I believe it was. But yeah, that's how I got my name. No crazy story there. Lego David asked, "Will the Ask Brick series continue after the YouTube changes happen?" So I actually I forgot that was a question, but as I addressed in the beginning of this video, hopefully everything here will stay the same. These videos, as far as I'm concerned, aren't really for kids because they're literally just me talking about my life. If anything does change, I'll make an update, obviously, to that, kind of let everybody know. But in the meantime, all my Ask Brick videos will be still here on YouTube. You can still leave your comments down in the your questions down in the comments below. But as I said, I'll also be posting them on Facebook and Instagram. So there's a little more audience there. Hopefully we'll get some few more questions that aren't just limited to YouTube. And that's where all my videos will be posted. So I would love it if you support it on YouTube, because that's where my income comes from, to be fully honest. If everybody started watching them on Instagram, I wouldn't be able to keep sustaining this channel. But if you want to watch them on YouTube and then go Instagram and comment or something like that, or send me a message or a tweet, that'd be very, very appreciated. WikiBricks asks Brick, how important is it for your channel to obtain and review most recent LEGO sets as soon as they are released? That's a really good question. For my channel in particular, it's not a crazy big deal because I don't do a lot of reviews. I know I'd have a much bigger channel, a much larger fan base, get more views and stuff like that if I did more reviews faster. That's just not, like, I'm just, as much as I'd love to be in that position to do that, it's not right yet. Maybe I want to focus on that a lot next year, is getting some reviews out a little bit timelier, but it just wasn't really possible yet. Who knows what next year will bring. So for my channel in particular, it's not super important that I obtain sets early or whatever. I just kind of get them whenever I want. However, other channels, I know that that's make or break for them if they get them or not. So I know it's really important for those channels. For me, it's not too important. I just like to get them when I get them and kind of build them. Like, as you can see, I've got lots of like new sets here. Steamboat Willie, the Dragon Boat Race, the Treehouse, lots of other sets kind of around here. I just got them kind of when I wanted them, built them when I could find the time, and then put them on display. I didn't review those sets. I really should, because I bought them. I should review them, but I only review certain sets. Hopefully in the new year, I'm going to change that, but yeah, so right now, not too important to obtain and review the first LEGO sets as they're released. Kessel Productions asked Brick, is there a set you missed out on and deeply regret it? Yeah, actually, this is a good set. It's fair. It'd be like great to say that I really regret, missing some of the early modular buildings that were released and that I like missed out on. But realistically, I didn't really miss out on those sets because I wasn't into LEGO when they were released. However, one set that I was into LEGO when it was released. I actually held the set before in store, but I chose against it and bought some different sets instead, was actually the LEGO, the town plan. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up. This is one of the first, LEGO sets I kind of remember seeing at a LEGO store. It is 10184. That was available in 2008 when I went to Disney World for the first time, so that's the set there. As you can see, it's a really cool set. It was available when I went to Disney World, but that was the first time I'd ever been to a LEGO store. But it was pretty expensive for the parts you got, and as dumb as this sounds, I remember I picked up some loose brick, just boxes of loose brick, instead of that set. So deeply, deeply regret that one. I think that would have been a really cool set to have, with the cinema, the town hall, the gas station, all those golden bricks. But that's beside the point now. Definitely wish I would have picked this one up. It was 1,960 parts. So it was probably not just I had the choice between bricks or whatever. I was probably like, that was a lot of money. It definitely would have been a lot of money. What was it? $149.99 back in the day. So that was a lot of money. Probably didn't even spend that much when I was at the store. I was just getting. I got into LEGO a month before, so my parents were kind of like, well, you can buy some because we're here, but like, you don't need to spend a ton of money. Now it's worth about 475 Canadian dollars brand new. So that would have been crazy to have a set like that. But it's still a cool set. That's the one I would say I missed out on because like I actually remember holding that in store. I remember seeing that in store. But I like to I'd rather, buy sets now. I'm not going to spend $500 on a set like that. I could spend $500 on a lot better kind of a LEGO thing. But whatever. The final question is for this week's episode is LEGO Legend. My question, any tips for starting a LEGO city? I think one of the most common things that I see people like, oh, I'm not going to start a city because I don't have the space, I don't have the bricks, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I don't have like whatever. They just kind of like find excuses not to. I think the best tip to starting a LEGO city is just to do it. If you only have a table that's like the size of this table that I'm filming this review on, build the city. My city started out with a square, 3 base plates long, not even that. That's what I called a city. And ever since I just gradually expanded it, then I got a smaller table in the basement. And then I got a much bigger table in my other LEGO room. And then I even got a bigger table. And now I've got a huge LEGO city. It just doesn't, like, just start your LEGO city. It's just on how you build and how much you, like, want to put into it. I could have a really big LEGO city, but honestly, I like my smaller city a bit better. Like, just the way I had it designed, built, and stuff like that. Like, that's a great city, but I think the smaller city I did better. Like, I've got to redo that one. I'm just not a fan. But honestly, my tip for starting a LEGO city is just to do it just because you don't have the pieces, just because you don't have the time, just because you don't have the space. Like, those are just excuses. Just make it as small or as big as you want. Put as much hard work into it. If you don't have the right pieces, you can, like, my literally first my first ever city was the police station and a mock. That was it. That's what I called a city. I was perfectly happy with that, just because you don't have every modular building or like a million skyscrapers. You can still make a pretty cool city. So my tip is just do it. Just get out there and do it. So yeah, so that's all the questions I have for this week's episode. Thank you all so much for all your questions throughout 2019 so far. It's been really great rebranding and like kind of bringing the series back to life early in the summer. Hope to start doing these every week like I was planning to. But other than that, really enjoy these videos. Please don't forget to leave comments down below for next week's episode or next year's episode, the first episode of 2020. So that'll be pretty cool. I'll talk about all my plans for 2020 and kind of what I want to tackle on my YouTube channel. So thanks everybody so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your support this year, and looking forward to making more videos in the future. So thanks again for watching, and have a great day.